When you were chill but suddenly you remember that the Windows 10 support is about to end in 10 days. Must be a nightmare to sing happy birthday to her, to you, Chinese chemist. I bet he's thinking about another woman. Shopping carts change the way homeless people live. It was a game changer for them. Wife. So the genie gave you just the one wish. Me. Yep. Wife. And you couldn't think of something I don't know slightly beneficial. Me. Susan, there is nothing more beneficial. My cat. Yeah, Susan, F off. My boss. Come on, overtime never hurt anyone. Me coming to work the next day. Xbox raises Game Pass Ultimate price by 50% from $19.99 to $29.99 per month, and so began the Great Pirate Era. Me starting to genuinely lose my mind after I have pretended to be asleep for 4 hours and I'm still awake. Is that all you need? A worry-free full night's sleep? Yes. My absolute favorite thing in movies is when someone's looking at childhood pics of a character and they use actual childhood pics of that actor and you know the actor had to call their mom to get them and she was so happy about it. Instead of renting Silk Song for 1 month using Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can just buy it. American comedians. That's right, just no jokes about the Sword family. When you're feeling sad, remember Vertebrae C6 is so happy to literally support you every day. Literally everyone after finding out that only got 4 years in prison. 10-year-old me, wow, the future is here. Those comedians are sellouts because they performed for Saudis, the comedians. Let's never forget Anthony Starr had declined to voice Homelander in Mortal Kombat 1 but did agree to act in a commercial for the mobile game Last War Survival. I hope one day I will sleep before midnight like normal humans do. Every day I sleep tomorrow, even yesterday I slept today. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Okay, time's up. Now get out. What did people with attention disorders do without the internet? I would be in the 1800s, like, well, time to rewrite the Bible by hand and also run around in circles for 6 hours. Comedians when billionaires bribe other billionaires. Comedians when billionaires bribe them. I can't be the only person who thinks that the past 5 years the energy of the world has totally changed and something weird is going on. In Target, little girl in checkout line. I'm gonna see a cow today. Me. Wow, that sounds so cool. Mom of girl, please ignore her, she's trying to say her grandma but she heard me call her a cow today and she won't stop repeating it. What if everyone who votes against the release of the files is in the files? But honestly, why is our generation so unhappy? Salaries don't match cost of living. Education doesn't guarantee you a job. Everything is so damn expensive. When you start consuming a piece of fiction but the fandom is so it actually turns you off. Me and the boys after I have just been given my dyslexia diagnosis. Man convinced coffee tastes better after making it in much more inconvenient way. Dear Americans, this is actual German beer. This is not. We know your own beer is even worse, but please don't talk about the good German beer when you only drink Beck's. Sincerely, German gang. When you get a taste of little luxury and you start to understand corruption. Millennials are just 30 to 40 year olds who look 20 to 30 years old and feel 80 to 90 years old. Android phones then. Unlocked bootloader, easily swappable batteries that also reduce impact if the phone falls, headphone jack, micro SD card slot, side loading. Android phones now, locked bootloader, batteries are glued and require not readily available tools, no headphone jack, pay more for larger storage. Google has initiated its plan to chill it starting next year. Me when I'm alone and the voice in my head says something funny. My brain when I'm having a bad day and I just play my favorite songs at full volume. Are you suggesting we dance our troubles away? Young men 2025. Knights Templar 1125. Living in poverty, owning nothing, celibacy, eating poorly, living with other men. Sleeping in a Slavic household in winter be like. Nintendo when OpenAI is blatantly stealing their IPs. I sleep. Nintendo when a small family-owned supermarket in Costa Rica is called Super Mario. Realshi. Even after a lifetime of work I could never reach my goal. What a waste I have made of my life. The toy that I haven't seen since I was 7. Me finally deciding to clean my room. You're as beautiful as a day I lost you. The entire world's IT infrastructure, open source software, and paid open source devs. Piece of caramel stuck in between teeth, tongue. Now I would win. 3.7 minutes later. Me, she took 3 days to reply, I'll do the same. Also me, read, 2:55 PM, delivered, 2:56 PM. It took me way too long to realize that is a shower and not a dialogue. How it feels to listen to a human talking at 1x after watching YouTube at 1.75x whole day. Me and the other boyfriends at the Sanrio store waiting for our girlfriends to pick out which $80 plushie they want. When famous people are going viral for the same opinions that you thought in shower as a guest in an imaginary podcast. Losing weight, me dieting well the entire week, me eating 2 to 3 cups of rice the day before weigh-ins. Ghost of Yote is finally out. I can't afford it. Also it's only available on PS5. People when the information in front of them is actually credible. AI. Me taking breakfast with a mug that says, laugh dream love. Playing a mobile game be like. Actual gameplay, watching ads. Finally put it on the right place. This is brilliant, but I like this. I learned a lot from my mistakes, so I decided to make more mistakes to learn more. If an orphan takes a selfie, it's technically a family photo, until we meet again. Baba, what do you want? I really like the ending scene of Fast and Furious 7. Baba, say no more. It's amazing how much you can accomplish around the house under the threat of someone coming over. Know the work rules. Appropriate, we have been trying for a baby recently. Or you're sweet. Inappropriate, I have been relentlessly effing him every night and I always make sure to dumb deep inside him. Hello human resources. Your usual 3 AM sir. Fake scenarios. Spotify. Bot. Human. I had a healthy appendix removed just to show the other organs that I will not tolerate any bullshit. The modern day minion versus the original minion. Man arrested for putting fake arrow decals on the floor in IKEA and for creating a labyrinth with no exit. Nobody. Me at 3 AM. Where the F is my birth certificate? Packing for a 2-day trip, like I'm gonna shit my pants 3 times and go swimming. Nobody. Rated R movie titles. I was like 10 solving the Scooby-Doo mystery before the gang even did. 17-year-olds when I'm 9. 17-year-olds when I'm 17. 17-year-olds when I'm 30. I'm pregnant taking 10 Tylenol a day in hopes my son becomes the greatest Magic the Gathering player in the world. This container transports a disease which has no cure. How bro looks at me after I eat his pet hamster. Lucifer when he was kicked out of heaven. Fine, I'm gonna go build my own. With blackjack. Maxwell House, going to rebrand as Maxwell Apartment. Me hearing this news. Abophobia, the irrational fear of palindromes, words that read the same forwards and backwards. I would like a mildly criminal version of GPS that's like, would you like to make an illegal U-turn here to save 10 minutes? When you planted mint and harvested a lot of mint and had to eat a lot of mint and now every smell you smell is mint. It smells like mint in here. When you sleep at 5 am and wake up at 7 am for your job. Wanted to be healthy today and drank some tea but I burnt my tongue. Beer would never do that to me. 15 minutes of fame you didn't ask for. Tylenol. Korean students make a raft out of potato chip bags to prove they have too much air in them. Dune isn't science fiction. It's contemporary prophecy. The plot of Dune is just what will happen after Trump is assassinated and Barron is forced to flee and join Hamas. The kind of drink my body needs. When I'm having an emotional crisis but still trying not to be a burden. Hello 911. How are you? Start buying everything as soon as you win. Gamble away all your money. Wonder why you became poor. I wish I torn up that ticket. You were born. It's the 21st century. You ever go outside and think, wow, in 40,000 years there's gonna be a church here. Single guy giving relationship advice to others. How to get 1 million views on YouTube in 1 minute. 427 views. People who like red. People who like blue. People who like yellow. People who like purple. I don't understand people who do things on weekends. You just did things all week. What's next? More things. That's how they get you. My wife caught me at the Coldplay concert. I'm driving around turning MFs off. When I can feel the zombie virus taking over my mind and body but homegirl won't just hurry up and chill me because she loves me or some stupid shit like that. B. 2025 is going to be my year, me in October. When the teacher uses your name as a good example. Dear Colgate, now that you have added salt and lemon, let us know when you add tequila so we can brush 6 times a day. You forgot to block me from the astral plane. See you in your nightmares. I'm going to have X tonight, alone or with somebody. I don't accept criticism or roasts from people who invest in cryptocurrency. Me another unemployed morning. Thank you God for not making me one of those stickman YouTubers who make bullshit stories about their experiences. Deer gets scared of every rustle in the forest and runs away. Deer when a truck is coming at it, hit the gas man. How much clear photos of aliens we should be having with high-spec phone cameras being available. How much we actually have. How many rounds can you go? If I get the ray gun from the mystery box then about 45. I'm 25 years old and taking my driving test today. Wish me luck or I will run you over. I failed. The system is broken and it must be fixed. The system is working exactly as intended and must be destroyed. Me holding my cough in class because I already used my 2 free trial coughs. Girls shaped like this talk the most she. Someone asked me for a new so I sent them a really zoomed in picture of Gordon Ramsay's forehead wrinkles and said it was my and then they sent a video and now I'm in tears. Some guy just over Gordon Ramsay's forehead. Do you ever listen to people at work and just think, I really don't get paid enough to deal with these people every single day? ED. Child dysfunction. ED. Executive dysfunction. ED. Eating disorder. Perfect topic to bomb a first date. A plane crashes into a house and kills 897 people. Who has 897 people in their house? When you want to buy a game but it's too damn expensive. Steal a man's wallet and he will be poor for a week. Teach him to be a writer and he will be poor for the rest of his life. Banks and government, we are no longer making or providing pennies. Supermarkets and businesses, are you effing stupid? My brother in Christ, that is the fakest statement I have ever heard. Holy shit, computers be like this, she true as F and it's the number one. When you say sorry I'm crazy and he says that's okay instead of no you're not. When you're taking the trash out at night and realize how majestic the moon is. And I said, bro, if possible let's don't see each other ever again. ChatGPT, respect king, well said, as you should do. There should be a website where you post your wishes and rich people who don't know what to do with their money give you an anonymous gift. Me about to give up. A Japanese man harvesting Asiatic clams in -10 degrees, assuming Celsius. Cheating on an exam by memorizing all the stuff first so I can answer the questions easily. But what am I actually getting out of that? You get a companion who always has time for you no matter what. Do you think that's healthy for me to have as a human being? No, you need meaningful connections with other people. Me thinking I'm sober, music and daydreaming. I know dictatorships are bad, but maybe if we try with me in charge it will be different. My waterholic after eating one piece of chocolate. I'm an experienced driver so don't worry, bro. 1 second after rallying his stock Hirachi sunburst. Tradies when customers ask for a good price. Traders asking for a good price at the supply house. I want what they have. He wanna play PlayStation so bad. Japan has granted increased protections for same-sex couples, allowing them to be recognized as in de facto marriages under 9 more laws. The greasiest dude from America just fell to his knees. You're a reffing huge if you can't understand why a country with a flatlining birth rate doing this is a terrible idea. Someone sounds greasy. Hey dude, is it alright if we bang tonight? Fed up with my girlfriend and I need a little guy time if you know what I mean. I thought you would never ask. I'll be over tonight, don't worry, I got Jesus Christ, I meant hang. Oh, yeah, me too. I wanna meet myself from another person's point of view and experience my whole energy. Me with a bleeding boo. Feminist who ask, do you even bleed? Old people when they see an unfamiliar car on their street. My autistic son got sent out of class today for being sarcastic. His teacher said, what would your parents say if I called them? He replied, hello. Every AI company in 2025. We need more compute to cure can write. Finishing touches. Dear customer, you have been checking your balance every 30 minutes. If you don't trust us, please withdraw your 17 tacker. Brack Bank. Select all images with bicycle seats. Blind. Ultra blind. Ultra blind Pro Max. The haters said I couldn't do it, and they were correct. Honestly, great call from the haters. Where did I put it? I put it down carelessly. I forgot where. I set it in a special place. I forgot where. I bet he's thinking about other women. I minimized splashback but it's too quiet now and I can't assert dominance. 93% of women claim that their ex was narcissistic, but studies suggest that only about 7% of men are actually narcissistic. The math ain't mathing. English teacher, you can make numbers seem bigger by adding a modifier like over. CNN. Holmes was sentenced to over 4 years in prison after day-long court hearing. How we got here. I'm dehydration, so I must consume drink. Thank, but who give drink? Still a mystery it is. Instruct the barber and tell him to stop touching me unnecessarily or draw 25. Me, be quiet and let him cook. Why do you always sit on his lap? Cause I'm not fat like someone. Are you Jill? What Jane? Me, a real job. How I print $47,000 per month on Shopify full course free. If I order a 15 pounds takeaway for one, it's actually good value because I'll have some left over for tomorrow and other lies I tell myself. Sorry I can't. I'm watching a live stream. Pro tip, if you stir coconut oil into your K-lid makes it easier to scrape it into the trash. When you have been dating 4 years but he still introduces you as my sister. When you remembered what you were trying to remember. When US government sells billions of dollars worth of weapons to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I sleep. When comedians go to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for a comedy show. Real she. Loot stuff. Gun shaped. Stuns. Not a stun gun. Doesn't loot. Shaped like an adventurous viber. Stun gun. Friend, you laugh at the dumbest things. Me, no I don't. The things I laugh at. Local police buster put. The entire school's teachers when a quiet kid finally fought back against a bully. POV, me calling someone hoping that they don't answer so that I can use it as evidence and say I have tried. Me ignoring the car next to me after almost crashing into it. Every AI ad is like, hey Gemini, what would I have for lunch? And then the phone is like, sandwich, and the guy is like, wow. 9-year-old me thinking the game would load faster if I acted like I didn't care.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.